JJ from the Zip to
Make some noise! I like this crowd. Grown folks in here.
Grown folks in this crowd too. Yeah, that's just a
Absolutely.
small taste.
Hey, come
Oh my
on.
goodness, so funny man, JJ Williamson's new comedy special. It's called Overlooked, and he's here to chat more about it and tell us so much more, and then maybe give us a little joke this morning too, right?
Oh, come on.
I'm putting you on the spot. You
Yeah,
and
I
Greg
see
this
you.
morning.
Come on, now. You put me, I'm used to it, so let's
You're
go
ready.
get it.
Here we
I'm
go.
Ready. I'm ready to go with it.
So let's get into how we came into Overlooked, right? Because you said, how can someone be so respected by the biggest names in comedy, but still be so unknown to much of America? That's what led you to this special.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just part of the business, man, part of the entertainment business, man. Everybody have their turn, everybody have their time to shine. It just took mine just a little bit more of the grind.
There you go.
And the grit.
But you know what? I think that's reality, because everybody's journey, all we see is, I think of it like icebergs. You know, all you see is the top of the iceberg, but you don't see what really holds up that iceberg.
Everything that's up under there, man.
And it's a lot of work to get to there.
It's a lot of work, man. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But you know, I've been enjoying the journey. Enjoying the journey of what I've been going through for the last couple of years, man. Entertainment, 30 years of being in the business, and I'm here now.
I want to say, I don't think you're overlooked, though. I think there's a ton of people who, I've known you since I was a child.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah,
He's I'm sorry.
Don't say that.
But he was in my favorite movie growing up, Johnson Family Vacation. That's why every time I see JJ, I'm like, can I hold $1? And he act like, just like that.
Kinfolk! Let me hold something.
But my point is, off of the thing, as far as my childhood favorite movie, like seriously though, you really have major impact. And I think it's easier to see it as someone outside looking in rather than actually being the person in the career, right?
Absolutely. I mean, again, being in the business, man, you know, I do have my peers. They love me. They know how my style is, how I get down on stage. The world just hasn't got
caught up
on me yet, man. So now my comedy special is coming out, man. I'm super excited about that coming out, and the world about to know now who JJ from the SIP really is.
Yes. Okay, but did you have that moment with the Lord and you was like, Jesus, is this the path you want me to be on?
Wait a minute now. Why am I getting looked at? I'm not being overlooked. I mean, like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, what's my
am I doing?
purpose, right?
Yeah, but you know what? You know, I keep praying about it. I believe in my talent. I believe in my craft, my brand. And, you know, it just took a little while, but hey.
But your peers believe in your craft and your brand because
Absolutely.
They call you the comedian to comedians. And so
now they start calling me the people's champ.
Come on.
Of comedy.
But that's
the
hard.
People, yeah, that is. That's a lot of pressure. You try to entertain other comedians that starting to hear your name and branch out and everything. So, you know, we'll see how it goes.
What can you do, right?
Come
Okay,
on.
but you've been touring with Cedric the Entertainer for
Yes.
years,
Yes.
which he's top tier.
Oh,
he was
come on
also
now.
in Johnson Family Vacation.
Yes,
we just said.
yeah, that's who put me in the movie. Absolutely.
So you guys have been interconnected for quite a long time then, as
Absolutely.
far as your careers go.
Yes,
Do you
yeah.
feel like he's someone that is inspiration for you, that you look towards?
Absolutely, man. Growing up, you know, watching the Kings of Comedy, how well it did and everything, man, you know, taught me a lot. And then being under his wing, after everybody went their separate ways, he asked me to come on tour with him.
Yeah.
Got a chance to learn a lot. Listen to a lot of meetings, a lot of, you know, negotiating of things.
The logistical stuff of comedy,
my
right?
God.
Because everybody thinks just the stage.
It's just the stage,
so
man.
much
But
more.
you got to, you know, learn how to understand contracts. You know your value, know your worth in this business, man. So I learned a lot from him.
I'm about to
really
say, you
did.
know your worth now, don't you?
I got it
Come on
down
now.
pat.
Yeah. Any,
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Look, and that's for everybody, okay? Because we're going to
Hey,
keep on grinding. We're going to
we
keep
gonna
on
keep it
growing
grinding,
indeed.
keep it going,
Okay, so you
absolutely.
just mentioned the original Kings of Comedy. If it was today, 2026, original Kings of Comedy, who would be in your lineup?
Oh, mine? Well, of course, I would be the headliner.
Come
I'ma
on,
say
as
that.
you should.
I'm gonna put myself on there. But you know, I like the underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
The people that doesn't have a true name. I would probably put my man Henry Coleman on there.
Ooh.
Another name that's really going crazy out in the world, Mojo Brooks. He's doing this thing out there. And then I'll throw my man Steve Brown on there.
Okay.
And man, you know, we may not have the biggest names and everything, but trust me, we got the biggest shows and you would truly enjoy.
The
Trust
talent
me.
is there.
The talent is there.
Okay,
hands
you
down.
guys, write those names down. Get on YouTube so we can do a little research
Please
for
do,
ourselves
please
as
do.
well. My goodness. Okay, well, you've been around so many different comedians in general. I just mentioned Cedric the Entertainer, Chris Tucker, D.L. Hughley. I mean, the
Yeah.
list goes on.
No.
I mean, your whole life. It's literally just you just living through a joke, it feels like,
absolutely.
because you're just around comedians
just
every day.
all the time, so the laughter never stops.
Do you have a favorite, do you think, or is it like picking your favorite child? Like you just
It's
can't?
almost like picking your favorite, man. There's so many great ones out there, man. I mean, Bruce is one.
Yeah.
He has me rolling off stage, man. You can never keep a straight face with Bruce. Bruce, Arnez J, and even Cedric. I mean, off camera and off stage, man, Cedric is crazy, man.
I know he is.
You know, he'll make you spit your drink up easily. You're like, man, I wasn't expecting you to say that.
I love that. But then you get the real comedy out of him when it's just private and in
when
between,
it's private,
y'all.
Oh my God.
And he don't gotta be politically correct or anything.
Absolutely.
That's
you
where the
can
goods
just
are.
let your shirt, hang on that one. When you're in front of the camera, you gotta tuck it in. But outside of that, it's out
He let
loose.
it hang.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, let's talk about the fact that he's called JJ from the SIP. Am I crunkalator, come on.
Humpback, I'm from the SIP, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes, well, you got that country twang about you. I feel like that's kind of the charm in you. And
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me, when did you know, okay, people don't just think I'm funny, but like I'm actually roasting them. I'm actually getting into this. When did people in your hometown know, okay, he finna grow?
Early in my life, man, probably say middle school, high school.
You was the class clown.
I was a class clown.
They couldn't get you to stop talking.
Come on, I always stayed in the office. And what was bad, my mom was my high school counselor. So I embarrassed
You was acting up
her.
and your mama was in the building?
My mom was in the building. So they'll send me to the principal first, and then they'll send me to my mom.
I want to say they should just send you right to your mama, because mama will
yeah.
handle it.
But they had to go through the principal first, and then because he'll help me not get a whooping when I get home.
There you go. There you
So
go.
I
A
had
little
to make
barrier.
sure I was like, hey, Prince, I'm gonna need you.
Hold me down.
I'm gonna need you. Hold me down. Give me a good one now.
Just speak a little something into her ear to make her understand that.
Well,
I
you know
understand.
he made 100 on this test.
See?
Things
I
like
love
that.
it.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about how comedy, because of the simple fact that you have been so quote unquote overlooked. And I'm sure your career has taught you resilience and just staying the course and staying true to your faith. And
Yes.
so explain to me a little bit more about that as far as your mindset, your heart set.
I mean, if you believe in your talent, man, I believed in myself, man. You're gonna have some ups and downs in the business. I mean, it's gonna be some doubt sometime, but when you feel like you have it, I just continue to grind, put in the blood, sweat, and tears across the country until, I just felt like the world was gonna figure it out. So
Yep.
I just stayed the course.
You
Just
know what,
truly
though?
stayed the course.
We do get to hear your voice every single morning on
Hey.
DD in the morning.
It's
Tell
amazing.
me how that has made you a better comedian.
Because being on radio, you gotta be quick.
Yeah.
You gotta be quick. You gotta be very spontaneous, man. You gotta come with some funny, very out the blue. And then I take some of that stuff to the stage. I may do something real quick and I write it down, but like, you know what?
This
I can
gonna be a good joke.
elaborate on this. This is a new joke. So being on DD in the morning show is truly was a blessing. It helps my career stay the course, longevity,
Yeah.
and everything, man. Just being on radio, man, and people
And y'all
like
have a
it.
time. Y'all have a time up there.
Oh my God! I mean, we start so early in the morning, and you just won't believe.
You're like delirious, are you not?
Oh my God! Every morning, I mean, we just got to. As soon as I wake up, the funny got to come on.
Come
It's
on.
time. It got to come on.
Cut it on.
I ain't got time to wait for no coffee or none of that. Hey, come the
I
funny.
have a little tea for you
Yeah,
this
got me a
morning.
little tea. Yeah,
you know
see?
why?
You got some tea.
We gonna spill a little tea this morning, but before we
Lord.
do that, who, what, when, where, why, where can we go to get tickets and all the things so we can be there for Overlook?
Absolutely. Make sure you look at it's gonna be on YouTube, so please follow my YouTube channel. It's at The Real JJ from the SIP. The Real JJ from the SIP. Subscribe. It comes out August 2nd, man. I'm super excited, man. And we're about to know who JJ from the SIP is.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for you.
Yeah.
Also though, can you do like just one joke in person for us?
Just one person?
No,
I mean,
not right now though.
Oh.
They gotta watch. I meant for me. Let's do tea.
Let's do a little tea then.
All right, it is my favorite time of morning. It is time to spill some GMT, and if you ain't got the tea, then you must not be watching me. So let's spill it this morning. All right, Drake might want to tread lightly, you guys, because Sophie Brousseau, the mother of his child, just got married to a Muay Thai fighter. You think Drake can fight?
Light skin trying to get back in. They trying to get back in. You know, we got some light skins, the world champions and everything. So, you know, Drake may have an opportunity to win a fight.
Did you watch the fight over the weekend, this past weekend?
I did.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
I know, man. I was definitely rooting for my man Earl, man. But
we all were.
He had an amazing career.
He did.
Had an amazing career.
33-0, I think, right?
Only lost 2 fights.
Yeah.
Only lost 2 fights, man. So he got the bag. He still got his mind frame. I mean, he can play spades and not renege.
Yeah.
You know?
You're silly. Okay, let's get back to Drake because Sophie, the mother of Drake's only son Adonis, married Effie Caliscan on Sunday in a ceremony in North York, Toronto. Wow. So her new hubby is a professional fighter who recently made his MMA debut, and he is not no chump, you guys, because he actually won this fight in a unanimous decision. And so Sophie has previously posted videos of them two sparring together, and now it looks like they're going to be wrestling for the rest of their lives, if you get what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now.
Okay, so tell me, do you remember your wedding day with your high school sweetheart, your late wife?
I did, man. It was an amazing day, man. We got married over in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee. We got married in
Was that
Memphis.
where she was from?
You know, she was from Mississippi, but she was living in Memphis at the time.
Okay, I was like, why Memphis?
So, yeah, man, I mean, it was right down the street from Greenwood, Mississippi. Very, very close to my hometown of Jackson. So it was easy access to get up, you know, up the interstate.
Quick and easy, right?
Come on, quick and easy. Ain't got to worry about flying in. Like, oh, okay, I think we're going to have some guests.
But you remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember it like it was yesterday, man. It was an amazing day, man. And watching her come down the aisle, I shedded a few tears.
Okay, good. So it is possible for the man to shed a tear because I told my man, I was like, listen, if you don't cry, you got to walk on back, and I'll come on back down.
Yeah, you're gonna make me turn around if you don't cry.
I know, for real.
Something. If I don't at least see some tissue in your hand, we have a problem.
We have a problem. Okay, so they also got married at the Erin Estate up in Erin, Ontario, which I did not know existed, so now I need to go see my people in the city of Erin. I had no idea that was a thing. But Effie got his bride a 7-carat pear-shaped diamond ring. It's not Drake's 3,500 blocks of ice, but who's counting, right? Not me, because a 7-carat ring in this economy, he got a little something in his pocket if he can afford that. I mean, my goodness, inflation is crazy. It's unclear if 8-year-old Adonis was present for the wedding ceremony, but it is clear that Sophie has officially traded in a man who drops bars on stage for a man who drops bodies in the cage. So they are in an age gap couple relationship. He is 26, she is 36, which is a switch up from Drake, who is 2 years older than her. I've tried the whole age gap dating thing. Yeah. It's not a vibe for me.
Yeah.
10 years is too much.
Yeah, that's too much. Just a tad bit.
It's just too far.
Yeah,
like,
you be ready to go to
in
bed
common.
and he wants to go out. Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Exactly. Okay. Tell me, how many years was it between you and your wife?
Just 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just 2. So we connected.
You were younger or older?
I'm older. I'm the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah, I was older.
Okay. So you was leading the charge. You was leading the way.
Yeah. Come on, I had to put my chest out.
Come on. All right, let's switch gears. We're talking sports this morning. You know a lot about sports, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good, because I don't. LeBron James has finally made what he says is his last decision, which I do not believe.
I don't.
And has chosen his next NBA team. The news came out on Friday after moving on from the Los Angeles Lakers. James announced on Friday that he has chosen the Philadelphia 76ers as his landing spot. Thoughts?
I'm shocked. I thought he was gonna go home to Cleveland, I thought he was gonna go home to Cleveland. I thought maybe a chance to play with Steph Curry in Golden State. Playing with Philly, I mean, hey, on paper, it looks like they won't lose.
It looked like some dogs. Yeah, for real.
Now,
they finna do what need to be done. The 41-year-old will be entering his record-breaking 24th season and will be playing alongside Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Jaylen Brown. He's signing a 2-year, $8 million contract, which I think is pretty good money, honestly. It sounds like he's just going for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, I think he's winding down. Trying to see if he can get another championship, man.
But that's the thing, because he was with Cleveland,
yes.
He was with Miami,
yes.
And then he was with Los Angeles.
Correct.
And he has championships with all 3.
Correct.
So you have to get a championship in Philadelphia, right?
He better.
To keep the standard.
Boy, hey, that GOAT talk gonna go down the drain if he don't get it now.
No, it ain't. Stop it right
now.
Hey, okay, let's talk about it. MJ, Kobe, or LeBron?
Here's my order. Michael Jordan, then Kobe, then LeBron.
I agree, 1,000%.
Come on now.
Everyone thought, you guys, he was going to go into retirement because he said at a press conference last season that he thinks he might have played his last game, but now he's saying this is his last decision. We talked about how we do not believe that. He's not going for the money. I personally, I mean, is his family going to go with him?
That's a good question.
And where is Bronny?
That's a good question. Now, Bronny, I think Bronny should stay with L.A., try to get his own name, his own identity.
Thank you for saying that.
I really do.
Because I fully believe in nepotism. I really do.
Yes.
Like, put your child on. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can put them on. But, like, LeBron can't do the stats for him. He can't put up the points.
Can't make a layup for him, can't shoot a free throw, can't shoot that jumper for him.
You know who I am excited to see? Whose kid I'm excited to see?
Yeah.
Who's Lala Anthony's man? Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo?
Their kid.
Okay. Yeah, Kai. Now, Kai's doing great at Syracuse, man. Gonna be doing his second year in college, man. Had a great freshman year. We'll see how well you do.
I think they did it the right way, like sending him off to college first, him developing his own
would have
space.
been definitely a great move for Bronny as well.
Well, you know what? It's fine. He's in the G League, right?
Yeah.
He's figuring it out.
He's trying to find
He's going to figure it out. Okay. Hopefully he can. In absence of his father, let his father do his own thing in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Hopefully he can find his space in the Lakers. I don't know what's going on with the Lakers though right now. They took Luka from us, and now I'm not really sure what path they're headed in.
Don't nobody know who on that team. They don't even know who on that team at all.
We know Luka. That's about it. My goodness, you guys, that is your tea of the day. JJ,
Yes.
thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
being
much for
here
having
this
me. It was
morning
great
and
seeing you
hanging
again.
out.
Absolutely.
Yes, I do expect my dollar on this commercial break indeed.